all of you. Now today we are again going to solve another problem on acceleration analysis, which will contain slider this time. So that is a new part. We already solved problem number 2 in the case of velocity by polygon method. So that problem number 2, which is already there with you, that problem, the acceleration part, how to solve that is what we will see. So I'll just draw the figure first. So, this problem was given to you, all the data is there, the linkage diagram you can draw, you have already drawn, and you have already found out some of the answers. Like in the last problem, there was find velocity of B with respect to A, which you have found out, velocity of C with respect to B you have found out, omega of C with respect to B you have found out. It could be like this. And then velocity of C with respect to A you would have found out. So these are the things you are already having with you. And now for this part, we are going to find out further, say, acceleration of B with respect to A, acceleration of C with respect to B, and acceleration of C. Means C with respect to A. So these are the things we are asked to find out, and at the same time the angular acceleration of C with respect to B. So these are the different things that are asked for the exercise. Out of that, this is already done in the velocity analysis. This we are now going to do in the acceleration analysis. So we begin from link number 2. So for link number 2, where omega is given, alpha is not there, that means this is rotating with constant angular velocity. So we say that acceleration of any point is equal to acceleration of a known point plus acceleration of unknown with respect to known. Now out of that, this term, acceleration of B relative to A, is made up of two vectors like this. One is normal, one is tangential. Out of that, normal component is r omega square. And this you can find out because r is there, omega is also there. So this is a normal component of acceleration, which is like this. So this is acceleration of B with respect to A. It is from capital B to capital A in the linkage diagram. And when we are going to draw the polygon, that time it will be from A to B in the same direction. Now the tangential component is 0 because alpha is 0. There is no angular acceleration here. So this much is for link number 2, and now let's go to link number 3. So for For link number 3, now see what happens for this link. We say acceleration of any point is equal to acceleration of a known point. We know now acceleration of B. Plus acceleration of C relative to B, and they are all vectors. Now this vector is made up of two components, normal and tangential. Normal component of this and the tangential component of the same. Now we say normal component, what it is made up of. It is length CB into angular velocity of C related to B, square of that, r omega square, that is the basic formula. So this is the normal component of C with respect to B, and this value we have already found out in the velocity analysis, which was initially not there, but we have drawn the acceleration and velocity polygon, and from that we worked out this. So knowing this completely, you can find out the answer of this particular vector. So we know this answer, how many millimeters per second it is. Then we go to the tangential component, which is r into alpha. R is the length, sorry, it is CB, length, and then this alpha. Alpha of C with respect to B. Now angular acceleration of this link, that means this velocity, whether it is reducing or increasing, that we don't know, or it is constant, we don't know anything about that. This answer will decide whether this is accelerating or retarding or steady. Okay, so what we do is, this we don't know magnitude, but the direction. Do you know the direction of this? Direction of this particular component, it is perpendicular to the link. So direction is perpendicular to CB. Now having done this much, we can show this normal component from C to B in the linkage diagram, from C, capital C, to capital B. That means it is like this. Normal component is like this, and the tangential component, whose direction we know, that is perpendicular to the link, so it is like this, either here or here. It will be FT. Which is correct? This is correct or this is correct? We don't know at the moment. One of the two is only correct, the other is wrong. So that much is from link number 3. So we have come up to this much. Now let's go to the next link. That is link number 4, slider. Now for slider we cannot write equation like this. Acceleration of any point equal to acceleration of known point, because all the points, they are performing same velocity. So whether one point is having acceleration, the other point also will have acceleration. So this kind of relative acceleration equation we will not be able to write. So in that case, what can we write is acceleration of C, any point is C, with respect to the stationary point which is not on this line, which is outside. That is equal to normal component and tangential component. See here, A point is not on the link, it is on the outside. See, last time B and A and B both were on the same link. Now normal component is r omega square. Now is there any angular velocity of this slider? This slider, does it have any rotary motion? It doesn't have any rotary motion. So it doesn't have omega. Therefore r omega square, if you perform here, that will be 0. So for this case, this is 0, because omega is 0. And tangential component, we don't know the magnitude, but we know the direction. It is along a path. The direction of the tangential velocity will be along the path of this. So this we know direction. So if you want to show that here, it will be something like this. This will be ft of c relative to a, either this or this. Which is correct, we don't know. So having done this much, now we will have to draw the polygon with whatever we have found out, and then that will give us the values of the things which we don't know. What are the things which we don't know? This is something which we don't know, and this is something which we don't know. Magnitude is not known at these two places. That we will be able to obtain after we draw the polygon. Okay, so let us do that and see how it works. So we start with setting some scale based on the values which we are going to plot. These are the values which we are going to plot, and according to that we decide a suitable scale. After we decide the scale, now we have to draw the polygon. So I start from here, calling this point as A, but it is now small a, acceleration of A is 0. So this point is representing acceleration of A. Now this normal component from B to A, in the linkage diagram from capital B to capital A, here it is starting from A and it will go to wherever is the B. So this vector, that means this vector, you convert by suitable scale, decide how many centimeters or how many millimeters will represent this particular acceleration, and that length of the line which is representing this, you have to draw like this, called as, this is the name of the vector. The name of the vector is f normal of B relative to A, which we have drawn like this. Now when you are doing it, you have to set your scale, drafter or whatever you are using, so that you draw a line parallel of suitable length. So now this is going to be point B. Since there is no tangential acceleration, this is final point B. If there is a tangential acceleration, then this will be B1, and then you have to draw the tangential component, and then that will be B, and this will be Ft. This Ft if it is existing. When it will exist? If alpha exists. If alpha is given here, then you have to make use of alpha, find out the tangential and draw the tangential also. But not here, because here it is 0. So this is your final B. Now come to this part, link number 3. In the case of link number 3, normal component of C relative to B is known. It is from C to B, capital C to capital B in the linkage diagram. We have already shown this vector. Now this vector we have to show here, capital C to capital B here, here opposite, small b to small c. Like here also it was opposite. B to A to B. C to B, now here B to C. So from B to C in this direction you have to draw. So we will draw it like this. This is f normal of C related to B. This one, f normal of C related to B we have shown, and this is point intermediate C, so C1. This is not final C. Now the second vector, this vector is perpendicular to link CB. So we have to draw a line perpendicular to link CB, means perpendicular to normal. Normal and tangential, they are perpendicular to each other. So here we draw a line exactly perpendicular to this one. We have drawn a line perpendicular to CB. Like this. Okay, so this part is done. Direction perpendicular to CB is this. Now come to link 4. For link 4, normal is not there and tangential is along the path. So from C to B, acceleration of C with respect to, acceleration of C with respect to A, like this. So we have to draw this from A. So from A, we draw a line along the path like this. Parallel to path of C we have drawn. So this vector will have point C, and then C to A will be the length of this vector. So C is going to lie on this. This equation says C is going to lie on this. Therefore, this becomes point C. And on this also and on this also. So this is the final point C. And once you know the final point C, now you can confirm that this is the vector what you wanted to know. Ft of C with respect to A is this. And the other one, Fc with respect to B, tangential, is this. So one is F normal of C with respect to B, other is F tangential, and then this is the total. Total vector. Normal plus tangential equal to total. Normal plus tangential equal to total. This is the total vector. From C to B, and here it is from B to C. Okay. So now this polygon is over. Now once you have drawn the polygon, whatever things were not known, they are directly available. So you can now go back. So you can say here from polygon. From polygon now you have what you can say. This is not known. Magnitude was not known. Now magnitude is known. So this is not known. Now this is known. So you pick up this size F tangential of C with respect to B and say that F tangential is so much millimeter per second square, and this is equal to what? R into alpha. So now the tangential is available. Tangential is available. This is known. This is known. Alpha. Now last time because alpha was not known, this was not known. Now you got this directly from the polygon. So now this is known. This is known. So alpha which was not known earlier, now you can find out. So you can say that alpha of C with respect to B is Ft upon length CB. We get the answer radians per second square. Okay. So you will get the answer by dividing Ft by the length CB. That will give you alpha. Now what is the direction of this alpha? Now since in this case it has come this way, now I have to show that. That means this is correct and this is not correct. This was the final direction. Like this. So now since Ft is like this, that means alpha will be like this, which is anti-clockwise. So you write here anti-clockwise. And the other is this vector, which also you will write equal to which is here. So this is here, and this what you were not knowing here. So these two things which you have not known, now they are available. Okay, so you got the answer of this. This was found out earlier. So finally we got all the answers and we have shown them here. Now see this FC with respect to A, tangential has come towards left. So this is wrong. Initially we were not knowing, so we have drawn both. Now when you are going to solve this, you did not draw all the vectors. This vector you did not draw. I had drawn because I was explaining to you. You draw whatever has come final. So this vector is final, so you show this. Then this vector is final, so you show this. So all this vector you have to show, and while showing you have to draw the line intensities of a medium type so that it will not spoil the appearance of the drawing. The main linkage diagram must be dark and all these vectors should be drawn medium. Okay, that way if you draw, the figures will look alright. So this is our problem number 2. What we have learned here new is how to handle slider. This is the new part. Now suppose one variation, suppose this slider is given to you like this. Suppose this slider is performing a rotary motion. The surface is, instead of straight, it is a curvature surface, and the slider is performing this kind of motion. So if it is performing this motion, it is in the curvature, so this will have angular velocity. So what we have said, it is not there, this one, that will exist. Okay, and that will be according to the center of rotation, and whatever in this case that you are given the center, so you know this R. So knowing R, you can make use of this R and go ahead if this is the case. Okay, at the moment it is straight. So this is how you have to solve. So this becomes your problem number 2. Now earlier was problem number 1. So problem number 1 and 2, both problems now we are going to solve as a practical exercise for the coming practical, which is practical number I think maybe 9 or whatever. So on that practical, which will be tomorrow, which you can see on the classroom page. So during that practical time, we are going to solve problem number 1 and 2. This is 2, earlier was 1. Remember, when you draw this polygon, your polygon may not look same because I have not drawn this by any proper size. When you will draw, you will be having some actual size here. So your lengths of the lines will be according to what sizes you have got. So according to that, the shape of the polygon will vary. This could come up also, then perpendicular will go like this also, and accordingly the entire figure might change. Okay, so according to what figure you are drawn, that is going to be final. This is only for the purpose of explanation. So with this we stop here, and you can try to understand this problem very well.